So I was left with the decision on my SOFI position. What do I do? Do I roll it out in time or do I let it get assigned? We'll get into what I did there and also how my small account did. We do have a green day. Let's take a look. So overall, we're up $116. We're ending the week with $11,483, down from the previous week, but that's okay. We're about level. Palantir's up 30 cents. We hit $21 to end the week. SOFI is at $6.92, which is below that $7 range, but we did make headway back up closer to that $7 range because we were trading at around $6.80, so we are pushing back up there. And then with Tesla, we're up $5.50. Nice recovery from the previous fall, so not too bad, still consolidating there. So let's take a look at SOFI and the decision I decided to make. So I decided that if I was going to roll SOFI out in time, I was going to do it in 2 weeks' time. And so I tried to collect $14. We can see here 7 cents of credit, and I didn't get filled. I dropped it down to 6 cents, didn't get filled. Dropped it down to 5 cents, didn't get filled. So I decided to go ahead, and if I wasn't going to be able to collect enough premium to satisfy rolling it out in time, I'm just going to go ahead and let it get assigned. So that's exactly what I did. So I'll be a proud owner of 200 SOFI shares coming tomorrow. So I'll be looking at that in my account tomorrow, having 200 shares there of SOFI at $7.50. So we had some decent relief overall in my positions after the sell-off yesterday. So not a bad day here. Pretty low on the volume, relatively speaking here, but we do have some relief pushing up closer to that 80 MA. What I really want to see is if we are going to be turning direction here, we want to be seeing prices above the 80 MA, holding above that level, and then holding above the 21 EMA, pushing that 50 moving average. Right now, we are kind of just consolidating around this level here, below those moving averages. That's not a good sign. It can change direction. What we want to do is see this base stay where it's at. We don't want to see prices go lower. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing a change in direction, like a lower low or a lower high thing here going on. So we don't want to be seeing that. We want to see a push up here. We were downtrending here. Now we're bottoming here, or double bottoming. And so really what we want to see here is this level to hold, and then we can continue to change direction here. So that's what I'm hoping for next week. That's what I want to see. But if not, we could be testing these levels here. If we break this 2035 level or so, then we could be touching this upward trending line here. So hard to say what's going to happen. We do have the 200 here as another level of resistance. So we definitely want to stay above this bottom. Otherwise, we have 2 or 3 levels that we could be hitting if we decide to go down. So those are the kind of the scenarios here that I'm seeing in Palantir. We'll see how it plays out next week. So with SOFI, I'm nearly at my break-even point at around $7 here for the stock that I'm going to own. So even though my price is at $7.50, my break-even is around $7. So I'm not too far away from that. And then so you could say that whenever I sold my puts at $7, I'm pretty much at break even from the credit that I own. But that credit is mine to keep. And now that I own the shares, I can start selling calls. And so I'll be in good shape there, selling calls here. And I do only want to do that with 100 shares. So 1 contract on the calls, the other 100 shares, I really just want to hold on to. So that's my game plan with SOFI. And we can see here that we do have potentially a bottom here, which is good to see. We don't want to see the prices continue to go down. We want to see this bottom out and then push up to a higher high. So that's what we're wanting to see in a change of direction for SOFI. If it does not do that, if we do not break this 80 EMA, 21 EMA toward the 50-day, then we are going to be testing that 680 level again, and then potentially down here at the 660 level. So we are keeping an eye on that. We don't want it to go that way, but either way, that's kind of what I'm seeing with SOFI. So looking at Tesla, we are seeing some relief after yesterday's sell-off. We did push back up above these moving averages, which is good to see. That means we don't have confirmation that we are going to be changing direction. We are staying in this level above, closing and finishing the week above that 80 MA is really important. So really great to see there. We are looking a little choppy, but we are still forming a base here. in this lower part of this pattern. So what we want to see is the price to come up so we can start seeing that cut formation forming. I also want to note that I did sell some T-Flow shares because I knew that SOFI was going to get assigned. So that was roughly $1,400 there that was going to be charged toward my account. I didn't want to have to pay any margin fees, so I went ahead and sold 25 shares ahead of time so I didn't get any charges. Now these charges are not really big, but because I did the same thing with Palantir, I let the shares get assigned last week. I had a margin interest charge of 53 cents because by the time I owned the shares, my cash value was negative, and so I had to pay margin for a couple days. So instead of doing that, I went ahead and liquidated my T-Flow early, freed up some cash, and now it looks like we're doing pretty good there. That freed up the cash to cover the 100 shares that I'm going to be buying on Saturday because the option expired. So did a little bit of damage control with that, and now I'm going to be selling calls. I'll be looking for that on Monday for SOFI. So overall, not a bad way to finish the week. I'm a new options trader, and I'm on a learning journey, and I share what I learn with you. So if you want to do that, hit the subscribe button. And if this video was a help to you, hit the like button, and we will see you on the next video.